What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. This is Decoding with Cody, and as promised, I got a live stream, and we're going to talk about some things going on lately. So hopefully, we'll have a good turnout tonight. It's been a while, but I finally have my own place. I finally have my own place in Albania, so I'm no longer staying in hostels. My girlfriend, she was here for a few weeks, and now she's gone. And so I took a few days off to spend time and, do some things. And now I should be back, on a regular schedule, and I'm in my own place. So I have freedom now to make videos whenever I want, which is amazing. So no more hostels for now. I found a really nice place for like a month. I can stay here. And then eventually I'll be going back to Germany at the end of October. So just a bit of an update of what's going on with me. Hope you guys are all doing good in this crazy time. And let's see who's in the chat. Hello, 113. Hello, Casey. How you doing, brother? Howdy. JJ Recon. Hello. Ethereal Expressions. Coffee Girl. Sandra Smiles. Visionary Vet. Susan Donahue. Hope you guys are all amazing. 33rd Degree Free Memeson. Hello. Once again, thanks to guys. Please hit those like buttons if you're just getting in. And let me know, give me a thumbs up if the sound is good. I forgot to even ask. I'm assuming it's working because no one has said anything. Got a good echo in this room today, so the sound should be pretty good. Thanks for the thumbs up, Visionary Vet. Hello, Jules. Thank you guys for the thumbs up. And if you guys didn't watch my video, please, the video I just released about the exploding pagers. I mean, what kind of world are we living in where the Israel government is exploding people's pagers? Like, what is this? Like, this world, this is just like, it gets funnier every day, and yet not so funny every day. It's not really funny, but at the same time, it's a bit of a joke. So anyway, I released the video about the pagers. So if you guys want to watch that, I just released a short video earlier on that. We might touch on that here in this video, but this video is going to be mainly about the Donald Trump thing. I'm not going to, you know what, guys? To be honest, if you guys want to see like the basic like gematria connections to the Donald Trump thing that just happened, just go watch Joseph Aquaviva 2222, or go watch Zach Hubbard, Gematria Effect News. Go watch the other decoders, because I didn't have the patience to do the simple things that involved in this decode, but I wanted to kind of deep dive into the bigger symbolism of what's going on with Trump and the markets, the financial markets, and Donnie Darko. So we're going to talk about Donnie Darko. We're going to talk about the Gulf connections. So Casey Jones in the chat is saying 179 is the 41st prime. Today has 105 remaining. Gemini equals 105. Mercury 41. Yeah, and 105 is the 14th triangular number, I believe. Yeah, I don't know who uses pagers, but well, apparently the Hezbollah began using pagers because they were afraid that the phones would be traceable, and instead of being traceable, they ended up putting little bombs in their pockets. So, and there's videos, guys. There's videos of this happening. So, I don't know if I don't think they're staging all that. Like there's literally so many videos on Twitter and on YouTube of these people exploding out of nowhere. Like, so it's quite crazy, really. Like if you watch those videos, and they said like 3,000 people were injured. So it's like craziness. But just makes you wonder, like, what about our phones, like that we hold every day? And our laptops, right? They have lithium batteries, and can they just do this to anyone's phone? Like, could they literally just explode us whenever they want? Like, this is something I never thought this is not was not on my bingo card for today. I thought something would go down today, but I never would have thought that pagers exploding in Hezbollah's pockets would be on the bingo card. Like, what the heck? Like, it's just insanity sometimes. Who could have ever predicted that, right? Who could have ever predicted pagers exploding in people's pockets? Anyways, let's get on track here. Let's talk about this Donald Trump thing. Uh, and sometimes I just want to laugh, like, I don't know. So Donnie Darko, obviously the connection to Trump has been said for many years now. We know that the movie Donnie Darko very connected to Trump. And so we're going to talk about that, and let's just jump into it. So this video is all about the eclipses, okay? And don't forget, the rituals that are happening today are all connected to the eclipses, guys. And remember, we had the Great American Eclipse at the beginning of the year, and that eclipse was all hyped up, right? It was hyped up a lot, the eclipse, and we kind of got the bridge collapse connected to that eclipse, right? But now we have these two eclipses coming up in the next 2 weeks or 2 or 3 weeks, okay? And the first eclipse is the lunar eclipse in Saros 118. Okay, so these Saros cycles are important because the Saros cycle are numbered. Okay, there's a Saros cycle series 118 for lunar eclipses. Okay, and each of these Saros cycles has a certain amount of eclipses in it, and they happen every 18 years and 11 and a third days. Okay, so every 18 years, 11 and a third days, you get the next lunar Saros lunar eclipse in cycle 118. Okay, so that's coming up tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow is the lunar eclipse during the harvest moon, and it's in lunar Saros 118. Okay, so just remember the 118. And on October 2nd, it's solar Saros. So it's a solar eclipse, and it's in Saros 144. Okay, interesting. Because 144 is a huge biblical number, the 144,000. Okay. So these are the two eclipses. One on September 18th, the lunar Saros 118, and on October 2nd, the solar Saros 144. So everything that's happening with Trump right now is connected to these eclipses. And I'm going to show you in this video how it's connected, okay? So last night, I know this says today, but it says last night, there was a football game that was completely tied to the eclipse coming up, and it was connected to Trump that happened the day before on Sunday, okay? This game was between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Atlanta Falcons. Okay, so these are two bird teams. Remember this. Remember this for later. There's two bird teams. You have the American Eagles and you have the Atlanta Falcons. The falcon is a symbol of Muhammad. Just so you guys know, the falcon could be a symbol of Muhammad. It could also connect to Horus, the hawk. But anyway, you have the Falcons versus the Eagles last night, okay? This was 1 or 2 days before the next eclipse in the lunar Saros 118, what I just showed you here, okay? And this game was predictive ritualism to symbolize this eclipse that's coming up. Eclipse equals 69 and 120. The team that won this game is from Atlanta. Okay? Atlanta equals eclipse in two ciphers. Okay? They won this game right before the eclipse. And they beat the Philadelphia team. Okay? By 1 point. So I just wanted to lay the foundation for why this game, this was a prime time game, the only game going on yesterday on a Monday, a moon day, and you have Atlanta winning, and Atlanta equals Eclipse, okay? Now, this is a bit scattered, but if you guys can understand this, you guys are going to understand how perfect this was connecting to the two eclipses that are coming up. So the final score of this game yesterday was 21-22. That's a total of 43 points. The word assassination equals 43. Okay, just so you guys know, we're talking about the Trump incident. So a total of 43 points right after the Trump incident. Okay. And remember, when Trump got his first attempt at his life, he was in Pennsylvania. That's where the Philadelphia Eagles are from. Okay. And Trump got his mugshot in Georgia, where the Falcons are from. So these two teams represent Trump's mugshot in Georgia and Trump's first assassination attempt in Pennsylvania. Remember, when Trump was getting his first attempt in Pennsylvania, Kamala Harris was in Philadelphia. Okay. Philadelphia, that's all about America. Okay. So America loses yesterday. The Falcons represent what I believe represent the Middle East, and the Eagles represent the United States. Okay. A total of 43 points. The reason that's important is because the next day after this game, you have the eclipse, and it's the lunar eclipse 118. The next eclipse after that is the solar eclipse 144 right here on October 2nd. There's 14 days between the lunar eclipse and the solar eclipse, 14 days, okay? The reason that's important is because the final score of the game was 43 points. 43 is the 14th prime number. There's 14 days between the two eclipses. When you type out the number 14, it equals 104, which is very much similar to the number 14, 104. The reason that's important is because the lunar eclipse tomorrow is on the day leaving 104 days in the year. Okay, do you guys understand how all this comes together? You got your total score of 43 points. This represents the 14th prime, which is the 14 days between the two eclipses that are coming up. And this first eclipse is on the 104th day of the year, which is the number 14 spelled out. Okay. And this game, I'm going to show you why, for sure, this game was connected to the eclipses. This is just the basic stuff, okay? So we're going to keep going here. So this is the slide that you want to pay attention to, because last night, this is an article that says Falcons fans are going bonkers after Kirk Cousins and Darnell Mooney unreal touchdown, TD, okay? So think about this, guys. The fans are going bonkers because of Kirk Cousins to Darnell Mooney, Moon-E. So just let me read this sentence up here so you guys can figure out how all this comes together. You have Darnell Moon-E, who scores a touchdown on MNF. It's called Monday Night Football. Okay, Monday Night Football is abbreviated MNF. So Mooney scores a touchdown on MNF, and he plays for ATL, and he does this on a moon day, and he does this just before a lunar eclipse. Okay, so take every single one of these words in this sentence that are highlighted in red and decode each one of these words, and you get one number in common with every single one of these words. Mooney, MNF, Atlanta, ATL, Moon Day, Lunar, and Eclipse. They all equal 33. ATL equals 33. This happened on MNF, which equals 33. This was on a moon day, which equals 33. This touchdown was scored by Mooney, which equals 33. This was all happening before the eclipse, which equals 33. And the eclipse was a lunar eclipse, which equals lunar equals 33. Do you guys understand? Wow. Like this whole thing was connected to the moon and the eclipse coming up. And when he came into the end zone, he did a flip. This Mooney guy, he flipped into the end zone. He did a circle flip into the end zone. Wow. Like, so Atlanta, it's perfect. And his name is Mooney. You don't even really need the numbers. His name is literally Moon. Okay. And he did this on a moon day, Monday. And both Mooney and Monday equal 33, like eclipse. So this Darnell Mooney is the symbolic of the moon and the eclipses. Now, the guy, Darnell Mooney, wears number 1. Okay. He caught a touchdown pass from number 18, Kirk Cousins. So Darnell Mooney, number 1, catches a touchdown from number 18, Cousins. If you combine their numbers, 1 and 18, you get 118. That's the number of the eclipse coming up, guys. Okay? 33. I just told you this whole thing was connected to the moon and the 33. And then the eclipse that's coming up tomorrow is Lunar Saros 118. And the two players that combined to score this touchdown was 1 and 18. Okay? 118. Give me a thumbs up in the chat if you guys understand how crazy that is. These players are representing the 118 eclipse. Notice that they're wearing black. Okay, they're wearing black. This is a black symbolism. The moon, what happens when there's an eclipse? Things go dark. Okay, they go dark. And you're talking about the black team, the blackbirds. The blackbirds beat the white birds, right? The black falcons beat the white eagles. Okay, so the darkness. Okay, and so Darnell Mooney, he's 1 and Kirk Cousins is 18. So there's your 118. There's your Lunar Saros eclipse. It's happening tomorrow. Okay. And I talked about this Lunar Saros eclipse because these eclipses only come every 18 years. And I talked about in one of my last videos how September 18th tomorrow, okay, was the same eclipse that the Ripple song was released by the Grateful Dead in 1970. It was during this same Lunar Saros, 118. But why was this 118 so important? Because the team that lost was the Philadelphia Eagles, okay? And Philadelphia has a huge connection to the number 118. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, when you type it out, equals 118. And if you abbreviate it, Philadelphia, PA, it equals 118. And again, we're coming up on lunar eclipse, Saros 118. Okay, so the Eagles represent, again, this 118. That's this eclipse. And that's why this was happening on a Monday, a moon day. Okay. And this was the prime time game. All eyes were on this game, right? So now let's circle back, and let's circle back to what happened to Trump the day before this football game. He was on a golf course. He was on a golf course and he got attempted at his life again on a golf course. Well, the next day you have two birds playing each other, and both these birds are connected with Trump. One where his first assassination attempt was in Pennsylvania. His mugshot was in Georgia. So both these teams represented Trump's mugshot and Trump's first assassination attempt. The day before this game, Trump got another attempt on his life, and he did this on a golf course. Now, how in the heck does golf connect to birds? Well, if you think about it, guys, anyone who plays golf, now I'm not a golf player, But if you think about golf, all the words connected to golf are birds. A condor is a golf term. A birdie is a golf term. An eagle and an albatross, all golf terms. Okay? So all these golf terms happen on the golf course the day before, and then you have two birds playing each other. And these birds represent the eagle and the condor. Okay? These are two terms in golfing. Condor is an unofficial name for a whole score of 4 strokes fewer than par. That's a condor in golf. An eagle is a whole score of 2 strokes fewer than par. Okay? So you have the eagle versus the condor, the eagles versus the falcons. Okay? And look at this. Bird equals 33, like eclipse. Like condor. Condor equals eclipse. There's a golfing term called condor. Now, here's an organic connection to what's going on right now. My girlfriend is currently flying on Condor Airlines back to Germany. And I just found this out today that a condor is a golf term. And my girlfriend was already a bit afraid of flying today. And then I find out that she's taking the Condor. And today is 201 days after the CEO of the Condor company's birthday. So my girlfriend was super worried. So please send all the love to her. But she was just happened to be flying on a Condor plane. Okay. And Condor equals eclipse. Now, Condor again, is a bird, and it's part of golf. Okay, so you have all these golf terms. Okay, and that's why Trump is connected to the golfing the day before. So you have so much of this bird symbolism, and golf is full of birds, right? and again, remember, Twitter used to have the bird, but now it's X, right? So getting rid of the birds or something. I don't know. But yeah, planes, watch out for plane crashes in the next day, guys. That's why I'm worried about my girlfriend a bit, because planes are birds. They sometimes connected to birds, right? So watch out for planes. Remember, Leave the World Behind, which is connected to today's event, had a plane crash. And I think there will be a high-profile plane crash in the near future. So watch for planes. That's all I'm saying. Just hopefully not my girlfriend's flight, the Condor, praying for her and just hoping that everything goes well. Now, let's connect all of this to Trump and the golf course. So Trump, the golf course that he got an attempt on his life, okay, was Trump International Golf Club in West Palm Beach. So Trump International Golf Club equals 120, like eclipse equals 120. And again, this happens just 3 days before the eclipse. Okay. Trump's mugshot was near Atlanta, right? So again, that's why you have the Atlanta Falcons playing the day after. But anyway, eclipse equals 120, Atlanta equals 120, and the name of the golf course, Trump International Golf Club, equals 120. Now, this is where it gets really interesting, because we have to go back in time to 1988 so the movie Donnie Darko starts out with the plane hitting the house, guys. That's why I'm saying watch out for the planes. The movie Donnie Darko, the plane hits his house. And then he goes into the street where he meets a rabbit named Frank. And Frank tells him, Donnie, that the world will end in 28 days, 6 hours, 42 minutes, and 12 seconds. This all happens in the movie on October 20th, 1988. Sorry, not October 20th, October 2nd, 1988. Guys, the eclipse that's coming up the solar eclipse that's coming up is coming up this year on that same date. October 2nd, 2024 is the next solar eclipse. That is the 36-year anniversary of Donnie Darko's October 2nd, 1988. 36 years exactly. Now, in that movie, after the plane hits the house, Donnie Darko wakes up on a golf course. So I hope you guys understand how all this is coming together here. Trump just gets attempted at his life on a golf course. And in the movie Donnie Darko, which is clearly connected to Donald Trump, he wakes up on a golf course after a plane hits his house. Now, the first thing that happens is these two men come over top of Donnie Darko, and the one man moves his head in front of the sun. This is an eclipse. So this is symbolizing an eclipse on a golf course. And the guy says, guess he was sleep golfing. Okay? And again, the solar eclipse that's coming up on October 2nd is on the 36th anniversary of this day in the movie. Remember, this all takes place on October 2nd, 1988 in the movie. So 36 years later is the eclipse coming up. Now, it's also Rosh Hashanah. Yes, thank you for reminding me. October 2nd this year is the Jewish New Year. Also. So that's crazy as well. Now, going back to this football game that happened one day after Trump's incident, the guy who threw the touchdown pass, I told you back here, Kirk Cousins threw the touchdown pass to number 1, Mooney, the Moon, right? Kirk Cousins, number 18, to number 1, the Moon, okay? So look at this. Kirk Cousins, he was born in 1988, the same year as Donnie Darko takes place. In fact, Kirk Cousins equals Donald J. Trump, 888. Let me just show you this. Remember how big the 88s were in Donnie Darko? Remember the film released in 88? The numbers on his pill bottle, they add up to 88. Well, in Gematria, Kirk Cousins, who threw the touchdown pass just yesterday to the Moon, he used to wear the number 8, and he was born in 1988. And Kirk Cousins equals 888. Okay, like Donald J. Trump. So both these guys equal 888, okay? And of course, the whole movie, Donnie Darko, is connected to the 8s. So there you go, Donald J. Trump, Kirk Cousins, both equal 888. And then Kirk Cousins wears the number 8. He was born in 1988, the same year Donnie Darko came out. That's why he was being used. That's why he's in this scenario right now, guys, throwing a touchdown pass yesterday to number 1. Okay. I actually think that Darnell Mooney, the guy who caught the touchdown, I think he had 88 yards. Let me look at this. Hold on. Darnell Mooney. Look at that. There it is, guys. 88 yards yesterday. In that game, he had 88 yards. So there you go again. Trump, 88. Right? Donnie Darko takes place in 1988. Trump equals 88. Now, so Darnell Mooney, he catches 3 passes for 88 yards. Now, what happened after that, you had Kirk Cousins, right? He's the guy connected to the year of Donnie Darko. But now he's playing for, he used to play for the Vikings and used to wear the number 8, but now he's wearing the number 18. So again, there's this whole connection between these players and Donnie Darko. Now, when Donnie Darko wakes up on the golf course in the movie, and the guy says to him, guess he was sleep golfing. Look at this. Donnie Darko sleep golfing equals 120 in the same cipher as Trump International Golf Club equals 120. And I already told you, Eclipse equals 120. And this guy in the movie, when he says this, guess he was sleep golfing, he's doing the eclipse. His head is moving in front of the sun, making an eclipse. So this guy's head's making the eclipse. Then he says sleep golfing, and Donnie Darko sleep golfing equals Trump International Golf Club. And that's where Donald Trump had his incident. And yes, Trump is in the bunker. Now, you guys remember in the movie I showed to you guys in my video earlier today about the phones exploding? You might guys remember the movie Jackpot that I showed you earlier? Jackpot just came out last month, and in that movie, there's phones exploding. And it's exploding in a bunker. Now, remember, this is connected to Leave the World Behind, because Leave the World Behind ends in a bunker. And now you have Trump in a bunker on the front of Time magazine, in trouble. So there is something I want to connect with the phrase in trouble, because it's on the front of that magazine. So notice that in trouble equals 127, right? Just like this word. So look at this magazine. Look how it says in trouble, right? And Trump is in the bunker, in the sand bunker, right? And in trouble equals 127. Okay, like the word assassinate equals 127. Now, I just told you that Donnie Darko is on the golf course in the movie sleep golfing. The word sleep golfing equals 127. What a coincidence, right? Donnie Darko, sleep golfing, Trump in trouble, 127, assassinate, 127. That's what happened on the golf course. Now, I forget, there was 127 days. Joseph, do you remember? I think I see Joseph in here. Much love, Joseph. Is somebody in the chat causing trouble? I don't know who's causing trouble, but I see Fig's in the chat. I know Fig. You can let Fig be there. Fig's not a problem. I don't think they mean he or she. I don't know if it's a he or she, to be honest. I think it's a she, but I don't think she means anything. So it doesn't matter. But anyways, there was 127 connection to this, right? Assassinate 127, in trouble 127, sleep golfing 127. Okay. Thank you, Sojourn, though, for watching out. I appreciate you. So there was it 127 days before? Hold on. So Trump's assassination scare was 127 days before inauguration. Yeah, that's what it was, guys. Look. Look, 127 days before inauguration was the assassination attempt. Assassinate 127, in trouble, like the front of the magazine, 127, and sleep golfing, like it's in the Donnie Darko movie, sleep golfing equals 127. So there you go, 127 days before inauguration day. Now remember, 127 is the buildings that went down on 9/11. Buildings 1, 2, and 7. 127 is the 31st prime, and 31 is the 11th prime. So there's a huge connection there. But don't forget, if you add the day, this actually happened 128 days before inauguration. That's the bridge collapse number. That's also the gematria of President Donald John Trump. 128, right? So 128 days before inauguration, President Donald John Trump, 128. Bridge collapse, 128. Okay, we know all about that bridge collapse number. That was a huge number with Leave the World Behind. Lots of good comments. Big shout out to Phineas Temporis. He's in the chat. I watch your videos often, but this is nice to see you in there. The famous linguist once said of all the phrases in the English language, of all the endless combinations of words in history, cellar door is the most beautiful. Interesting. Cellar door. And so, yeah, thank you for that, Finis Temporis. Also, Casey Jones Astrology in the chat. He's saying Archie Bunker. Yeah, there's probably a connection with Archie Bunker. And big shout out to Widow's Son, also in the chat. He says golf stroke, like brain damage, like head wound. Yeah. They said he was on hole 5 to 6. So there's your 56 again, like mind control, like Society of Jesus. Coronavirus 56, mind control. Anyway, let me finish this connections here. So you got Donnie Darko, Donald Darko, sleep golfing equals 120, like Trump International Golf Club. And again, the eclipse is coming up. Eclipse equals 120. Again, the eclipse is in this scene, right? So that's the basic stuff. So now, and a big shout out to Widow's Son again in the chat. I think he mentioned this a while back. But when a golf ball is falling in the hole, if you're looking up from inside the hole, it looks like you're seeing an eclipse. Do you guys see this? The golf ball going into the hole, if you were looking down from inside the hole, it would look like an eclipse. So that's why this is totally eclipse. Now, this is where it goes into the money, guys. It's all about the markets and the money. I'm telling you, these rituals never turn out to be as big as we think. It's always about markets. They're telling you what the money is doing. That's why it's Mooney. I told you Darnell Mooney, he caught the touchdown pass in the game the other night. Mooney is money. Right? Mooney, money, it's the same thing. So think about this. Trump yesterday, let me go back for a second. Why do you think Trump yesterday was releasing his new crypto company called World Liberty Financial? That's why this is about the money, guys. Trump gets shot. I told you back in July it was about the money. It was connected to Ripple, the company, the cryptocurrency company. And now, the day after Trump gets another attempt on his life, he's introducing a crypto company? There's no doubt it's about the money. Think about it. That's what the world revolves around. Okay, so look at this. The name of his crypto company is World Liberty Financial. It equals 128. Look at this. President Donald John Trump equals 128, just like his crypto company, just like the bridge collapse. Remember this? Oh, and just for your guys' reference, a pager explode equals 128. That's interesting. But yeah, remember, I've been talking about all these bridges. This incident on the golf course happened in West Palm Beach, equals 128, 128 days before Inauguration Day. And then Trump releases his new crypto exchange, World Liberty Financial, 128 days, and that equals 128, like President Donald John Trump. Okay. So there you go. The 128s, Leave the World Behind, was connected with the event going down today. Leave the World Behind came out on 128. So this is why Trump is releasing. So let's see the other joke. Look at his company. He revealed his company yesterday. Okay? On the day leaving 106 days in the year. Okay? What does his company that he revealed equal? It equals 106. What a coincidence, guys. He's revealing a company on the day leaving 106 days in the year, and the company's name is 106. You see? 106 days in the year. Notice that the date numerology yesterday is 69 and 33. Like Eclipse, like Atlanta. Remember? Eclipse and Atlanta equals 69. I'm pretty sure this is tied to Superman Returns. Do you guys remember the movie in 2006, Superman Returns? Trump has been depicted as Superman also. But think about this. The guy in the Superman movie, let me show you. Superman Returns. The guy in the Superman movie is Brandon Routh. He plays Superman. Who was the guy? Give me a thumbs up in the chat if you guys know where I'm going with this. Who was the guy that just tried to take out Trump? What was the guy's name? Somebody type it in the chat. Audience participation. What was the guy's name who tried to take out Trump? And yeah, I mean, I'm sure you guys already know. But what was his last name? Somebody said Ryan. Yeah, Ruth or Ralph. I don't even know how you say it. I think it's pronounced Roth even. But here you go. Brandon. Do you guys see this absolute symbolism? Brand, like a brand, like a mark. Brandon, like Donald. Donnie Darko. Ralph. That's the name of the Trump shooter, or the Trump guy from the golf course, Ralph. You see? Brandon Ralph. And then you had Ryan Routh, who tried to do that to Trump. So there's a connection here. I'm not going to go into that all right now. Notice that Kevin Spacey was also in this movie, and Kevin Spacey also has a connection to Donald Trump. But anyway, let's go back to what I was talking about here. Thank you guys for typing that in the chat. Finis Temporis says, cellar door is a quote from Donnie Darko. Basically, cellar door is a hole in the ground, like the golf ball going into the ground in the hole. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Joseph says, all of a sudden we heard shots equals 128. Yeah, I noticed that they were saying that. All of a sudden we heard shots. Yeah, let me type it in. All of a sudden we heard shots. Look at that. All of a sudden we heard shots equals 128 again. Just like the company. So there it is again. Trump's new crypto company World Liberty Financial, 128. President Donald John Trump, 128. All of a sudden, we heard shots. Trump's quote, 128. And don't forget, 128, an hour and 28 minutes is 88 minutes. And this is all connected to the 88. Yeah, Casey Jones, I may make a whole separate video about this Golden Gate thing, because the whole Golden Gate thing that you brought up is very interesting. Very interesting. But I think I'm gonna make like a whole nother video because I kind of want to, I don't know, maybe keep it. Yeah, it was the 259th day of the year. The day that they all of a sudden they heard shots on the 259th day of the year, right? You see this? And that equals 259. Now, you know what else also equals 259? Like it was the 259 day of the year? West Palm Beach, Florida? What was it that equaled 259? Something else equaled 259. Yeah, West Palm Beach, Florida, if you abbreviate it, it equals 259. Happened on the 259 day of the year. Now, if you go to the Bacon Simple cipher, look at what the name of look at this. Trump golf club shooting equals 259. The 259 day of the year. All of a sudden, we heard shots, 259. West Palm Beach, Florida, abbreviated 259. Trump golf club shooting, 259. All this happened on the 259 day of the year. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get to all your comments, but let me finish this off. So let's talk about, again, we're talking about Trump, his new crypto company. So look, tomorrow is the eclipse that I'm talking about, the lunar eclipse in Saros 118. Tomorrow on 9/18, okay? 3 years ago on 9/18, so 3 years before tomorrow, there was a magazine released by The Economist, and it said, "Down the Rabbit Hole, the promise and perils of decentralized finance." Trump is just starting his own decentralized finance company right before the 3-year anniversary of this magazine. And look at the magazine, guys. It has all this stuff jumping down the hole like a golf ball. You see it? You see how he has the watch? The rabbit going down the rabbit hole, the golf ball going down the hole. And this eclipse tomorrow is the 3-year anniversary of this magazine, where you see everything jumping down the hole. So all I'm saying is, it seems I've been watching this magazine for years now. So that's what I'm saying. I'm feeling like tomorrow could be interesting. And why is tomorrow interesting? We already got our confirmation. Because tomorrow the Federal Reserve will be cutting interest rates for the first time since March 2020. So you're telling me on the 3-year anniversary of this magazine, where these things are jumping down the hole like a golf hole, see how similar it looks to a golf hole? Trump is releasing his cryptocurrency company, and then right after that, the Federal Reserve is cutting interest rates on 9/18. And what a coincidence, guys. Interest rate cut equals 9/18. And they're going to be cutting on 9/18. This is the first time that they'll be cutting interest rates since March 2020. Can you guys tell me what happened in March 2020? The last time they cut interest rates was March 2020, and now we're coming up tomorrow on the eclipse. Now, tomorrow is a huge anniversary. Do you guys know what tomorrow is? Let's see if anyone in the chat knows what's so important about September 18th in history. There's two very major things that happened on September 18th in history. So the first thing that happened was the cornerstone of DC So just think about how important this date is, guys. The Federal Reserve is cutting rates on the anniversary of the cornerstone of the United States being laid in a Masonic ritual. Cutting rates on this anniversary at 10 a.m. on September 18th, President of the United States, George Washington, and his Masonic entourage crossed the Potomac River to arrive in the Federal City, District of Columbia. There they were joined by an escort consisting of Alexandria Volunteer Artillery and members of the Masonic Lodge of Virginia. And then they laid the cornerstone. So how many years ago did they lay the cornerstone till tomorrow? September 18th, 1793 was when they laid the cornerstone. So let's go back. September 18th, 1793. Let's go to tomorrow. September 18th, 2024. And it's exactly 231 years. And that's interesting because we just had a 231 connection. Joseph will remember this number. We just had the 231 connections with the monkeypox. And remember, the Georgia Guidestones, okay? The Georgia Guidestones are connected with the 231 as well. Joseph can type that stuff in the chat. But this is 231 years since the anniversary of the cornerstone. And I can't remember correctly, but let me type something in here. Oh yeah, Ignatius of Loyola, the Jesuit founder, equals 231. And of course, this is tied to the Jesuits too, right? But what else happened on September 18th in history? Well, the CIA was founded, guys. September 18th, 1947. So how many years has it been? How many years has it been since the founding of the CIA tomorrow? 1947. Of course, we know the 47 is a huge Masonic number as well. So it's been 77 years since the CIA was founded tomorrow. So Cornerstone was laid on September 18th, and the CIA was founded on September 18th. And tomorrow, the Federal Reserve is cutting interest rates. And remember, in the movie Leave the World Behind, the guy is a financial advisor. The Fed cut rates. They're going to cut rates tomorrow, okay? Why the Fed cuts matter to the world markets. So there's a big suspense about what's going to happen tomorrow when the Federal Reserve cuts rates. So that's all I'm saying is that's the whole ritual with tomorrow on the eclipse. So now Trump Trump, he said, leave the banks behind. Trump plans to announce World Liberty Financial Crypto Exchange. Where does it say this? In his teaser, he said, we're going to leave the outdated banks behind. Do you guys understand the symbolism? Leave the outdated banks behind, like leave the world behind. That's why I'm saying this is all about money. It's all about the markets. So Trump actually said in his teaser that he's going to leave the outdated banks behind, and now you have all these connections to leave the world behind. And this company is called World Liberty Financial, Trump's crypto business. So there you go. Leave the world behind. Leave the world banks behind. So again, just watch out for tomorrow. I don't know what's going to happen. I think it's not quite yet that the market crashes, but I think it definitely happens in the next, something happens with the markets probably in the next 6 months for sure. Yeah, and let's not forget that it's a harvest moon. The harvest moon eclipse is on 9/17 at 7:41. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. They're saying the eclipse is at 7:41. Well, today is. So you guys remember how the Queen died on 9/8? Well, tomorrow is exactly 741 days after the Queen died, and 741 is the 38th triangular number. And remember, the Queen's funeral was on the 262 day of the year, and tomorrow is the 262 day of the year. And Queen of the United Kingdom. Oh, look. Queen of the United Kingdom equals 262 and 118. Tomorrow is the 118 eclipse on the 262 day of the year. And it's 741 days after she died. And 741 is the 38th triangular number, and death equals 38. Wow. That's crazy. Crazy. So watch out for a death ritual tomorrow connected to the Queen. Absolutely. Look at the word death. 118 and 38. Tomorrow is 741 days after the death of the Queen, which is the 38th triangular, and it's on eclipse 118, like death, and it's on the 262 day of the year, and Queen of the United Kingdom equals 262. So it's also on the second anniversary of her funeral. Also, the 104 is interesting. You know, there's so much more to say here, but let me just go into the chat. I think I've made all my points. Just watch out for tomorrow with something with the Queen as well. It looks like there's a huge Queen connection. Yeah, Saturn equals 741 also, yeah. Casey Jones says 7:41 minutes is 12:21 on the clock, like the solstice. Yep. And you guys remember when I showed you the connections between the movie Sneakers? You guys remember that decode? You guys got to go back and watch that if you haven't seen it. The Sneakers decode. In the movie, they hack into the Federal Reserve. Remember, tomorrow the Federal Reserve is cutting rates. In the movie Sneakers, hold on. Remember this? Just give me a second for it to load, guys. Sorry. I don't know if you guys can see this well, but remember this, they hack into the Federal Reserve and it says XRP 262 right here. Now, why is that interesting, guys? Because tomorrow the Federal Reserve is cutting rates on the 262 day of the year. And in the movie, it says Federal Reserve XRP 262. And what does XRP cryptocurrency equal? XRP cryptocurrency equals 262. I mean, and they're cutting rates. Yeah, I just don't know what to say about that. And I already showed you how the eclipse tomorrow is connected to the Ripple song, and Ripple is creating XRP, and this is all about banks, you know? So I don't know. I'm just wondering what's really going to go down after this this Federal Reserve thing tomorrow. Are we going to get a cyber attack on banks? I mean, maybe. I don't know. I think that's going to come at some point. Decoding says Monday, the September 16th was tax day if you're filing with an extension. Interesting. So yeah, let me bring up some of your comments, guys. Market Massacre 231, Grayscale XRP Trust 231, Ripple in Stillwater 231, Catastrophic Contagion, Monkeypox Outbreak, Stock Market Collapse 231. Huh. That's interesting. Tomorrow is 231 years exactly after the cornerstone of the United States was laid, and stock market collapse equals 231. Wow. Rebecca Carrington, much love. The eclipse is tonight, 9/17. Well, I'm just speaking off of my time because the eclipse is in 9/18 on my time. So, because by the time it's that late in the United States, it's already well into the 18th where I'm at in Albania. But yeah, I get what you're saying. The max full moon is at 10:35. The eclipse max is at 9:44 Eastern time. Yeah, I mean, at this point, it seems like it'll take forever for XRP to move, but I think we're close. In the next 2 months, I think it's happening. Plane crash likely to happen this coming Sunday since it's Trump's 325 Mercury years. Yeah, I know that you've been documenting the plane crashes with Trump and his Mercury birthdays. Because I'm also looking for plane stuff. But yeah, I mean, I think I covered everything I wanted to cover in this video. Thank you guys for sticking around. And if you guys got anything else to add. Yeah, Casey Jones also says that 231 is the 21st triangular number, right? And moon equals 21. Spirit Miracle says 9 times 17 is 153. The 153 fish caught. Yeah. Good connection. Thank you, Joseph. Appreciate you, brother. But yeah, I mean, I'm just saying that with Trump, being at the golf course, and there's a whole bunch of stuff that I could connect, but I think I'm just going to leave it at that. So yeah, I mean, the whole thing here is I should be able to make videos regularly. Please hit those like buttons, guys. Let's get to 100 before the stream's over. Oh, that reminds me, in case you guys didn't think this was all about money, big shout out to Dr. Savage. Look who died, okay? Did any of you guys hear about this death? Because I didn't see anyone else cover it. I knew it happened. I just didn't have a chance to put a video out. But Johnny Cash's brother, Johnny Cash brother, Tommy. This is why I think we're going to get the crypto market's going to go up. So this guy, Johnny Cash, his brother died on he died on Friday the 13th. Tommy Cash. Okay, don't forget the word Thomas or Tommy means twin, like double, right? So are people about ready to double their money? Tommy Cash, you get it? Double cash. Big shout out to a couple decoders, Dr. Savage, and who else did I see? There was another person that was talking. William Sullivan, you were talking about that. Yeah. William Sullivan, big shout out to you as well. I saw you mention that Tom Cash is like doubling cash, right? But look at this. Tommy Cash equals Bitcoin. You see it? 117 and 36. Hold on, let me get all these words out of here. So Tommy Cash dies, and Tommy Cash equals Bitcoin. So just something to think about, considering all the connections. Yeah, Johnny Cash was the Man in Black, and then you had the Darth Vader stuff going on. So yeah, we have this cash symbolism, and there's a huge connection with cash and the 13. Why do you think? Why do you think somebody with the name Cash died on the Friday the 13th? I mean, why? Why do you think, guys? Because cash equals 13. So Tommy Cash dies on the 13th. Yeah, make sure you guys go subscribe to in the chat. I don't know if he's still in the chat, but I watch his channel a lot also. Make sure you guys check out William Sullivan too. And Smith W. Yeah, Smith W, another good decoder. Let's see. Yeah, Tommy Cash died. That's what I'm saying. Yep. Yeah, go check out this channel right here, LXVIII Temporis Finis, or Finis Temporis. That's another channel I should link. Much love, Fig. I appreciate you. Yeah, I'm not using so many ciphers in this. I'm using the base ciphers pretty much. So yeah, but I'm not someone just typing in random phrases and coming up like some people. There are some people. Go watch the channel. What's his name? Dion Sandals. If you think my gematria is bad, go watch Dion Sandals. He types in Mr. Cody Ray Robertson equals 201, or Mr. Joseph Aquaviva is a Joseph A, that equals 322. It's just that's bad gematria. Typing in phrases that they give us in the base ciphers that we know are legitimate is not bad gematria. But I get what you're saying. I don't disagree with you necessarily. I'm trying to use less and less ciphers over the years. I use the ones that I know work. That's it. But I mean, I also experiment. The only way you can reveal more in this world is to also experiment. I'm not saying that everything that I do is absolutely 100%. There could be some coincidences. For instance, today on the 261 day of the year, you had Hezbollah exploding pagers. So on the 261 day of the year, in the base gematria cipher, you had Hezbollah exploding pagers on the 261 day of the year. And that equals 261. So you could say that's a coincidence, maybe. I don't know. What do you guys think in the chat? Give me a vote in the chat. You think this is a coincidence on the 261 day of the year, Hezbollah exploding pagers? See, the thing is, this whole matrix is super coded in so many different ways that you're always going to find connections because there's so many threads you have to find. That's all I'm saying. There's so many different angles that's going on at the same time in each one of these events. It's not just one angle. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you, Fig. I love you, you know. I love you a lot. You're amazing. So I have no problem with you. I'm not disagreeing at all. You're not going to make me upset for saying any of that. I'm just doing what I feel, you know. That's it. If you want to have that different opinion, I don't necessarily disagree with you because I think sometimes we do get carried away with gematria ciphers. I don't, so that's what I'm saying. But yeah, much love. I mean, I appreciate you coming to the decode, even if you don't agree with me. I appreciate you coming. So, but again, I don't, you know, this kind of stuff it's God's matrix too, you know, like there's so much more going on here than just people doing this. So yeah, Tommy Cash equals 117. The Joker movie that's coming out, yeah, that's a big connection. But we know for one thing, you know, it's all like, yeah, what Joseph says, a biblical matrix. Yeah. I mean, it's super tight in so many ways. You know what's interesting about Tommy Cash dying? Tommy Cash has the same birthday as the founder of Bitcoin. I just told you that Tommy Cash equals Bitcoin. Well, Tommy Cash has the same birthday as Bitcoin's founder, supposedly, the CIA. Tommy Cash equals Bitcoin, and Satoshi Nakamoto's birthday, the founder of Bitcoin. Bitcoin inventor Satoshi Nakamoto registered his Bitcoin looks like a 13. Bitcoin symbol. So if you like really look at it, do you guys see how this is a 1? It's a 1 and a 3. You see it? The 1 and the 3. So it's a 13. It's just combined. And don't forget, Bitcoin was started on a 1-3 date also. So there's a huge connection with Tommy Cash dying on the 13th, the Friday the 13th. Cash equals 13. Bitcoin, its symbol is literally a 13, looks like a 13. Yeah, Fig, I agree. There is nothing more important than the Father. Nothing. Everything that we do here, everything that I do on a daily basis is nothing compared to that. I want to honor that above all. The decoding that you guys see me do here, is nothing. Everything that we do on a daily basis is nothing in the sight of God. So that's I absolutely agree. So if you guys think I could do something better on here, like if you guys see me on a daily basis, I want to honor the that Jesus. I want to honor that above all. Like there's nothing else I want more. I don't think people understand that what they do on a daily basis is nothing but trivial nonsense. And at some point, I'm not going to do these numbers anymore. In fact, I took a whole break away from my life and went into God's word and went into the spirit and went into this before I even became a decoder. I had to go on my own path and do my own work, or God had to work on me. Only I surrender. That's all I'm saying. I'm very passionate about that. I just don't necessarily always talk about it on here, but my number to honor the Father and honor the power that's way bigger than any of us and anything that we could ever do. Casey Jones says to check out his post. Casey Jones, okay, hold on. I'll check out this post and then I'm going to get off here. Sorry I went on a rant, but I just wanted to really show my passion for the bigger truth. Like yeah, I do the numbers every day, but like now they're saying 3,000 injured. Wow. Make sure you guys go check out Joseph's channel right here. He just did a video 5 hours ago, 128 code. Make sure you guys go check out that. And let's go check out Casey Jones astrology. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Did I pass it? Trying to find where is this channel? Why doesn't the channel come up on here? Hold on. Yeah, I'm just checking out the post from Casey Jones. He said check out. Oh yeah, I see. So Casey Jones, he made this post before Tommy Cash died. He said, I think Johnny Cash may be connected to James Earl Jones. Johnny Cash equals 117 ordinal like Jones. Is that the one you wanted me to look at, or is there another one here? Hold on. Yeah, there's something I wanted. Casey Jones made a huge connection with the Golden Gate Bridge. I think I'm gonna make a whole video about that, maybe. You guys know I love my Golden Gate Bridge stuff now. Much love, Decoding with Jordan. Thanks, brother. Zenith's post. Oh, okay. Zenith the Alpha's post. Make sure you guys go check out Zenith of the Alpha. Uh Oh, I see. You made it on this post. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think you were dead on with that. I remember you talking about James Earl Jones before he died. So you've been like spot on. So if you're onto something with the if you're onto something with the Golden Gate Bridge, I mean, you've been on a streak lately. Let me see if there's any last comments, and then I'm gonna get off here. Also, guys, I'm finally gonna do it. Okay, uh, we're gonna do a round table. So we're gonna do a round table. Let's see. When do you guys want to do a round table? Who all wants to be? I promise this time we're gonna do it. It's gonna be whenever you guys are ready. I have free time, so let's do a round table. Let's get. I think the community needs like a gel moment again. I think people need to get back together and do some decoding together. I think everyone's a bit discouraged, and we don't even need to decode the whole time. We can also talk about other things, but let's try to plan a round table where we get a bunch of decoders together. So yeah, so whoever wants to join, Sven Dabs, if you want to join, Casey Jones, you want to join, Visionary Vet, you can join, Fig, you can even jump on. Like if whoever wants to jump on and share their what's on their heart, what's on their mind, that's what it's about. So any of the channels, anybody who wants to jump on, we're going to plan that this upcoming week sometime. Maybe it'd be best to do it on the weekend. I don't know. I'm thinking Saturday. I'm thinking Saturday for the roundtable. But if anyone has, hopefully everyone can be there. But I'm thinking Saturday is a good time because maybe a lot of people will have free time. But yeah, anyways, guys, this has been a longer decode. So let's just go ahead and start wrapping it up. And thank you guys again for all the supports. And please hit the like buttons if you guys haven't already. Thank you guys for the 102. Yes, Sarah. If you you don't have to have anything with numbers. It's not all about the numbers. I don't want people to think my whole channel is about numbers. I love numbers, but there's other bigger things to talk about. So, William Sullivan, if you want to join, we'll make it like a 3-hour stream or something. We can get everyone on there that wants to get on. So yeah. Anyways, guys, have a good night out there. Thank you guys so much for all the love and the support, and thank you guys for all the additions. And we will see you guys in the next few days sometime with the next decode. And as always, God bless, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.